Hey, good afternoon. It's game 2 of a Utopian Baseball Universe doubleheader here on the network. It's Mets Rangers. Mets looking for a sweep today here in Arlington. Lineups brought to you by Orange and Cream Sparkling Water from Walmart. Hey! Trying to stay hydrated today. Have an Orange and Cream Sparkling Water. No calories, no sodium, no sugar. Here are the lineups. For the Mets, it's center fielder Lenny Dykstra. Batting second, playing third base, David Wright. Batting third and playing right field today, Michael Conforto. Batting fourth and catching, Mike Piazza. Batting fifth and playing first base today, Lucas Duda. Batting sixth and playing left field, Curtis Granderson. Playing shortstop and batting seventh, Howard Johnson. Batting eighth and playing second base today, Jose Reyes. And batting ninth and pitching, the franchise, Tom Seaver. Getting the start today for Noah Syndergaard. For the Rangers, leadoff hitter, left fielder, Shin-Soo Choo. Batting second and playing shortstop, Elvis Andrus. Batting third and playing center field, Ruben Sierra. Batting fourth and playing right field, Joey Gallo. Batting fifth and playing second base, Toby Hara. Batting sixth and playing third base, Adrian Beltre. Batting seventh and playing first base today, Rafael Palmeiro. Batting eighth and catching, Pudge Rodriguez. And pitching and batting ninth for the Rangers, Yu Darvish. Today's earlier telecast was historic for several reasons. One, I finally got this camera angle to work. Two, RBI Baseball updated the settings, so you will no longer see the DHs in the game. And number three, brought on Mitch Nellis in the fourth inning. That was a whole lot of fun. That's going to happen a lot in the future. Anyone wants to join me, let me know. This is the first time I'm playing a game in the new Globe Life field. It looks awesome. So here we go. Mets Rangers. Mets looking to sweep, keep pace with the Red Sox. They're 2 behind the Red Sox, 2.5 behind. Lenny Dykstra starts off today with a base hit. Today's broadcast will be interrupted briefly in about 25 minutes as I am making chicken parmesan. Let me ask you a question. Does Vin Scully or Bob Uecker make their own dinner while bringing you the play-by-play? I submit that they do not. 3, 6, 1, double play. Here's Michael Conforto. Conforto bounces to Andrus to end the inning. Mets get a leadoff single from Lenny Dykstra. They fail to score as we go to the bottom of the first. Choo, Andrus, and Sierra facing the greatest New York Met that ever lived, Tom Seaver. Seaver was the opening day starter for the Mets in the Utopian Baseball Universe. Struggled a little bit. He's got a record of 5-12. Ron Darling took his place in the rotation about 10 days ago. But this morning, Noah Syndergaard was feeling a little bit of tenderness in his elbow. So Davey Johnson made the decision to go with Seaver today on short notice. And I think everyone in the Utopian Baseball Universe was happy with that decision. Tom Seaver getting the start here today. Facing Ruben Sierra. Sierra's going to fly out to Conforto to end the inning. Seaver with a clean first. No score here in Arlington. Mets and Rangers. Hey, join us tomorrow in the afternoon. We got the Red Sox and Cardinals celebrating the 1946 World Series. How about Pedro Martinez versus Bob Gibson? Does that do anything for you? Here's Mike Piazza. Piazza with a fly ball. Chew's got it. Pedro Martinez versus Bob Gibson tomorrow. It does not get any better than that. Here's Lucas Duda. Duda getting the start today over Pete Alonso and Keith Hernandez. I've had a lot of success with Duda in my previous Mets franchises in RBI. I think one year he hit 81 doubles for me. I remember a game specifically at 3 doubles in the first 4 innings at San Francisco. Strikes out here. There's Curtis Granderson. Granderson bounces back to Darvish. Ends the inning. No score here in the second. Quick recap of the earlier game today, which you can see at any time in the history of the world, as it'll stream live, or it was archived, I should say. It was streamed live earlier today. Red Sox and Royals, no score into the 7th inning. Bill Buckner and Jason Varitek hit back-to-back homers in the 7th. The Royals scored in the 8th to make it 2-1. Got a sac fly in the 9th to tie it, and then in the 12th inning, Bobby Dorr with a home run as the Red Sox won today 3-2. Tom Seaver facing Toby Hara. 2-0 to Hara. 2-1. Curveball, 2-2. Seaver gets Hara on strikes. Here's Adrian Beltre. Comes in high for a ball. Strike to Beltre. 1-1. Curveball low, 2-1. Ground ball to Johnson ends the inning. So I was asked late last night if I had any Tom Seaver stories. I really don't. Tom Seaver was a Met. He was actually traded from the Mets when I was a year and a half old. Excuse me. He came back to the Mets in '83. I hadn't been watching Mets games yet until probably May of '84. So I don't have any like real memories of Seaver as a Met. Obviously what I've read and what I've been told is he's the greatest of all time. Hey, Julio. My Tom Seaver memory actually comes from 1986. He was the opening day starter for the White Sox against the Brewers, and Rob Deere made his debut that day. I only knew of Deere from newspaper articles of the trade they made with the Giants in December of '85. Rob Deere hit a home run in his first at-bat as a Brewer off Seaver, and I think he instantly became my favorite Brewer in that moment. Gorman was in Seattle at the time. Gorman was my favorite in '83, and then they traded him like a month later. So I guess that's my Tom Seaver story. Obviously, as I consider myself to be a bit of a historian, he is the greatest Mets player ever. He's one of the top, I would say one of the top 10 pitchers of all time. Mets have a man on here with 2 outs. Slow roller to second. It's going to end the inning. Julio Weber in the building today, the host of the Julio Weber Show. No score here in Arlington. Tom Seaver in the 3rd inning facing Rafi Palmeiro, waving his finger at the world. Graphics are amazing in this game. The field looks gorgeous. That looks like Palmeiro as he hits a fly ball to Conforto. One down here in the third. Here's the 8 batter, Ivan Rodriguez. Liner to right. Yu Darvish. 0.89 batting average. Gets Darvish on strikes. 9 up, 9 down for Seaver. No score in Arlington. Boy, I know this is just computer generated, but this field looks amazing. I had never been to the previous one in Texas, the ballpark at Arlington. I had never been there, but that looked gorgeous to me too. I remember that was one of the stadiums that came out in the early 90s that I thought I definitely want to get to at one point. Never got a chance. This one definitely looks like something I'd like to see at some point. David Wright, the batter. Wright with a base hit on the left field line. It's going to carry him. It's going to hold Wright to a single. Here's Michael Conforto. Kid Conforto, a favorite of mine. Lines out. Got a good representation of the 2015 World Series runner-up New York Mets today. Wright, Conforto, Duda, Granderson. Mike Piazza at the plate. 0 for 1. Little bouncer, foul. Piazza hooks one foul. If you guys get a chance, watch the telecast from earlier today. That was just a lot of fun. I brought Mitch and Ellis from A Little Thunder on, from the 4th inning on. It was fun to, and I watched it back, to have the game on the left side of the screen and then to have him on the right talking baseball. We talked designated hitter. We talked Hall of Famers, yes or no. I want to do more of that with Mitch. I want to do that with anyone that wants to come on. Anybody in the Utopian Baseball universe wants to be a guest on one of these telecasts. We've only got about 2 weeks left, but definitely for next year as well. Pop up behind the plate. It's going to end the inning for the Mets. No score here in Arlington. Right now, I'm creating content for the off season because I don't want this to end. I actually get choked up thinking about how much fun I've had bringing you these games, bringing you the content, making these baseball cards. I don't want it to end. So look for some fun stuff in the off season. Polls. We'll go live. We'll just talk baseball. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3 of those a week. Get a topic up there, bring people on camera. Season 2 I'm very excited about. Each team is gonna, we're gonna have a supplemental draft in November. Each team is gonna draft 2 teams, or 2 players to their rosters. Most of them are gonna be current players. There's the first base hit for the Rangers. I want to start incorporating more current players to be mixed in with these legends. Here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus with a fly ball to Dykstra. One of my favorite players growing up, and then after I read his book and seen some of the things he's done, I think a lot less of the guy, but it does not change the memories. The glove I bought in 1988 was a Lenny Dykstra model. It actually had Jeff Ballard's name on it, but it looked identical to what he played with. And then later in life, I learned that he used a Regent as well. Fly ball to left field, drops in for a base hit. Rangers have 2 on with 1 out here. In the 4th inning, still no score. Joey Gallo, way outside. That almost hit him. Rangers steal a base here. 2 on. 2 ducks on the pond, as it were, for Joey Gallo. 2-2, Seaver. Gets Gallo on strikes. Here's Toby Hara. One of a select number of players that are in the Utopian Baseball universe strictly based on my baseball card collection from the 80s. I don't know much about Toby Hara. Head to the 5th inning here, no score. Similar feel to this game earlier today. Red Sox and Royals were scoreless heading into the 7th. Sox scored 2 on back-to-back homers. Royals got 1 in the 8th and 9th to tie it. And then Bobby Doerr with the 12th inning homer. And just like the Red Sox, Mets looking to sweep here in Arlington. If they get a win today, they'll be 2 back heading into this weekend. Mets will go to Houston this weekend. And the Rangers will host the Yankees. Here's Howard Johnson, 0 for 1. Darvish gets Johnson on strikes here in the 5th. Here's Jose Reyes. Julio, let me know if you work tomorrow. Jose Reyes, 0 for 1 today, facing Darvish. Gets Reyes on strikes to end the 5th. The Mets, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Rangers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Tom Terrific, the franchise. Tom Seaver getting the start today for the Mets, facing Adrian Beltre. Rafi Palmeiro. Palmeiro grounds one to Johnson. He's right there. Gets him. If you're just joining us, no score here at Arlington. Mets and Rangers. We've got 2 other afternoon games going on right now. We'll get your reports of those here in about an hour or so. We've got 5 games tonight. A lot of great stuff planned for you this weekend. As I mentioned earlier, Red Sox and Cardinals tomorrow afternoon on the network. Saturday night, Brewers and Dodgers going to be simulated with dice. And we got a doubleheader for you Sunday. Reds and A's in the afternoon, and then the Indians and Giants Sunday Night Baseball. And then Monday, all sorts of stuff planned for you. We'll get to that later, though. Labor Day Baseball on the network. As I mentioned, we'll maybe this weekend we'll give you a preview of what to expect there, but a lot of fun. Every team plays on the holidays. Every team plays on the 4th of July. Every team plays on opening day. Every team plays on Memorial Day and Monday. Every team will be going. Bottom of the 6th, no score. Tom Seaver facing Yu Darvish. 1 and 2 to Darvish. Ground ball to right. Oh, he bobbles it. Darvish is going to reach on an air here. A rare muff by David Wright. Can I say muff? Paul? Hal? Here's Shin-Soo Choo, one of my daughter's favorite players. I no reason. She loved Shin-Soo Choo. She loved John Jay. Her favorite brewer of all time is Randy Wolf. Fly ball. Curtis Granderson's got it. 2 away here in the 6th. There's a strike to Ruben Sierra. Base hit. So we had a discussion about, you know, Hall of Famers earlier today. I suggested that maybe Robin Yount isn't a Hall of Famer. He is. I'm just saying the .285 batting average, it's only 11 points higher than Jim Gantner. That's 11 hits per 1,000 at-bats, higher than Jim Gantner. He only hit 20 homers 3 times. He was only a 3-time All-Star. And to this day, I still contend that Ruben Sierra was the MVP in '89. Not taking anything away from Robin Yount. I think the reason he's a Hall of Famer is the way he played the game. Winning MVPs at 2 positions. There's going to be a play at the plate, and they get him to end the inning. So, you know, before we start rioting, Robin Yount is a Hall of Famer. I just, you know, when I look at the Hall of Fame, when I think of the Hall of Fame, I think of Sandy Koufax. I think of Ted Williams. I think of Tom Seaver. I think of Babe Ruth. I think of DiMaggio, Mantle. And in the last 20 years or so, you're seeing a lot of these, you know, solid players. Harold Baines, Barry Larkin. You know, just, I think, I don't know. It's definitely a fun conversation. Michael Conforto to deep right field. Gone for Michael Conforto. That's his 5th of the year, giving the Mets a 1-0 lead. I don't know much about launch angle and exit velocity, but I didn't think that was out of here. I thought that was a kind of routine, but anyway, that chases Yu Darvish. Now pitching for the Rangers. This is one of their closers getting some early work today, Jeff Russell. Jeff Russell pitching for the Rangers here as the Mets take a 1-0 lead in the 7th on a solo homer by Kid Conforto. 1 away here in the 7th. Lucas Duda. Camptown Races sing this song. Duda bounces to Hera, 2 away. What a story here in Texas. Tom Seaver, you know, showed up at the ballpark today. Thought, you know, maybe, wow, that one, I've never seen anything like that in this game. That was a ground ball to right field, and it just sped to the wall. That's going to be a double for Curtis Granderson. So Tom Seaver shows up today at the ballpark, and Davey Johnson says, "You're my guy." Noah Syndergaard had some tenderness in his elbow. Seaver obviously was a member of this rotation for most of the year. They went to Ron Darling a couple weeks ago. I don't think there was ever an intention to say that Seaver's season was over. They just needed, you know, they're in a pennant race here. They're 2 back. And he's back today, and he's been brilliant. He's got a shutout here in the 7th against a Rangers team that can rake. Ruben Sierra, Juan Gonzalez, Adrian Beltre, Ivan Rodriguez, Joey Gallo. This team can hit. Seaver's got Toby Hara 2-2. Duda's going to take that one himself. Here's Adrian Beltre. As I mentioned earlier, I'm making dinner right now. I'm making chicken parmesan. And I need to flip the patties. So we'll be back here shortly. Give me about a minute or so as we head to the 8th inning. Gotta pause it. The first ever chicken parmesan delay in Utopian Baseball universe history. And again, I pose the question, did Vince Scully or Bob Uecker, or anyone for that matter, ever make dinner while calling games? I'll be right back, folks. All right, as we return here, we're in the 8th inning. It's the Mets 1, Rangers nothing. Jeff Russell facing Jose Reyes, the only run on a solo homer by Michael Conforto. Good pitching here today. That's going to be an infield hit for Reyes. Seaver going to hit for himself. 1 for 2. Tom Seaver, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Seaver with a 2-run homer in the 8th. Unbelievable. Tom Seaver has homered here to make it 3-0. I'm not crying, you're crying. Whew. Lenny Dykstra. One for 3. 3-0 Mets. Here's David Wright. He's 1 for 3. What a story. Here's Conforto. Baseball, whether it's Major League Baseball, games I played as a kid, books I've read, this Utopian Baseball universe, I get choked up. I got a little emotional there. I got choked up. I know we're just simulating, but Tom Seaver, now that was actually Tom Seaver. That wasn't like Pete Alonso, and I'm saying it was Seaver. That was Tom Seaver hitting a 2-run homer off Jeff Russell to make it 3-0. Here in the 8th inning, Seaver still on the hill, facing Pudge Rodriguez. Gets Rodriguez on strikes. Nelson Cruz is going to pinch hit for the Rangers here. Nelson Cruz has just put the Rangers on the board. 3-1 pinch hit homer for Nelson Cruz. All right, we're going to give Tom Seaver a moment to take a bow here from the Texas fans as the Mets go to Dennis Cook. Let's give him a round of applause today. 7 1/3, gives up the homer to Cruz, hits a 2-run homer, 2 hits on the day. Let's see if the Mets can hold it for him. Dennis Cook here in the 8th. Cook gets chewed a line to Conforto. Here's Elvis Andrus. Base hit. It brings the tying run to the plate in Ruben Sierra. Rangers steal second. Elvis Andrus steals third. Cook gets Sierra on strikes, but the Rangers score on that Nelson Cruz pinch hit homer. An eventful 8th inning, Seaver homers, then gives up a homer. It's 3-1 Mets in the 9th. Rangers are going to Derek Holland out of the pen here, facing Mike Piazza. Piazza pops one up, right side, out of play. 3-1 Mets in the 9th. Mike Piazza. Piazza bounces to Hera. Gets him. Mets are going to their bench here. This is gonna be Pete Alonso, pinch hitting for Duda. Alonso leads this Mets team in homers with 22. Popped up, foul territory, Rodriguez. He's got it. Curtis Granderson's 1 for 3 today with a double. That one's deep in the hole. Granderson's going to reach with an infield single, his second hit of the day. Here's Howard Johnson hitting from the right side. Grounds out to end the inning. Mets with a 3-1 lead here in the 9th. Facing Gallo, Hera, and Beltre. Mets are going to go to their pen and bring on John Franco. John Franco coming on here for the Mets, facing Joey Gallo. Gallo has pop. 6 homers, but they didn't bring him up till mid-June. Franco has Gallo 0-2, trying to hold this one for Tom Terrific, who was terrific today. 8 1/3, 1 run, hit a 2-run homer to give the Mets a lead. Well, actually, they had led at that 1.1-0, but to extend the lead. That's the difference right now. Here's Toby Hera. Grounder. Alonso's got it. Takes it himself. 2 away. Mets looking to get the sweep here. We're going to see a pinch batter. Ian Kinsler. 250 batting average, 1 homer. Kinsler facing John Franco here. Kinsler to center, base hit. Tying run is at the plate. Rafael Palmeiro, 0 for 3. Palmeiro bounces to Johnson, flips to Alonso, that's it. An amazing story here at Globe Field Park, or Field, I don't know what they're calling it. Tom Seaver, 8 1/3 innings, 1 run, hits a 2-run homer. Seaver gets his 6th win. Yu Darvish, the loser, he's 4 and 6. John Franco with his 18th save. Just an amazing story. You got to think that Seaver's going to stay in the rotation. 5 strikeouts today. I apologize. He went 7 in the 3rd. Gave up that homer in the 8th inning. What a game here today in Arlington. The Mets get the sweep. The Mets, just 2 games back of the Red Sox. The Red Sox start a 3-game series in St. Louis tomorrow afternoon. The Mets will be in Houston. Hope to see you guys tomorrow in the afternoon, probably about 12 o'clock or so. Red Sox Cardinals, as we celebrate the 1946 World Series. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.